Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Welcome back to Aphelium Beginner Guides, where we're going to talk about lands. Lands are a critical yet kind of optional item, but a lot of people want to go ahead out there and get the lands because of all the benefits. What we're going to focus on the video today is talk about the different parts of the lands, different benefits of the lands, and how to manage the lands. We'll do future videos if we want to dive in there in more detail, but this is if you decide to go out there and grab a land NFT, this is going to show you how to go ahead and manage and work through that land. Before we jump into the video, I know I have to do everyone's least favorite part of the video and let you know this disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research before you jump into any project. Don't take my word or anything that's said in this video as financial advice or advice in any way. I'm just a gamer playing a game and reviewing games as part of this. I am not telling you to jump into any project or anything along those lines. Do your own research. Make sure it's right for you. Go ahead and pause this video and read this thoroughly before we jump into it. All right, so let's get back to the video. All right, first and foremost, let's go ahead and talk about land itself. In order to get a land, you either need to be given one, you need to somehow win one, or go on the secondary market and get one. So I'm going to focus this part of it on actually going to Atomic Hub or some other secondary market and checking out lands and deciding what's best for you. There's a wide price range with the lands going from, as you can see at the time of this recording, 130 wax all the way up to thousands of wax, depending on the rarity that you decide to get and really the resources that they're going to provide. So there's all different rarities, all the way from common down to legendary. Anything rare or above can actually be rented out. And those are the ones that when you're getting the thousands of wax. So just keep that in mind as you're looking through land here. A couple key parts of land. Obviously, the higher rarity, the more resources that are going to be available there. And each land is actually going to have different resources on it. So if I go ahead and click on this one as an example, you're going to see it has the 3 resources. Some only have 1 resource. Some have up to, I guess, 3 or 4 types of resources. So when you go ahead or someone else goes ahead and works your land, they're going to get little bits of those resources, and they'll go ahead and give you resources also. So that's what you're going to have to keep in mind when you're going ahead through. You don't want to just grab any land that's out there, the cheapest, the best. The cheapest is not always the best. So depending on what resources that you're looking for will be the land that you go ahead and buy. And I'll do a separate video on resources, the different resources that kind of add together for different things. But as a high level, for example, in here, these resources are really going to be used for crafting different tools and things like that. There are other resources that are out there that are like crops, that are fruit, that are fish, that are going to go ahead and allow you to, and I'm just selecting different ones here, just kind of give you an idea. That stone, they're going to allow you to craft and cook different types of food that give you energy. So you want to go through here and you want to dig through. The one thing that I hope they change here in the near future is add a section here where you can sort by either the resource that's there or the rarity that's there. But there's different options out there. I would just go ahead and scroll through. You see the light gray border is commons, green is uncommons. And then if we keep scrolling down here, we're going to start getting to the higher tier ones. And I'm scrolling. And it's actually further down than I thought it was. There we go. The blue is going to be rare. And then you start getting the cool colors where you get the epics. And let's see, is there any legendaries? I actually don't see any legendaries on here. So you have the epics or the shiny ones. So you'll be able to take a look at that. All right, now that you decide on your land and you want to go ahead and take a closer look at it, the way you manage your land and look at your land is in the Discord, you manage your land, and in the website, you go ahead and add resources or tools to your land itself. So let's go ahead and focus here first. The first thing that you're going to want to go ahead and do is in the play area, and again, a reminder, go ahead /private session, gives you a private session, so you don't have to compete with other people in there, and you type in land. And what you can do on your land is you can sleep on your land, so you don't have to pay additional taxes. You can go ahead and craft on your land. You can go ahead and do different things. When other people work on your land, they give you resources, so there's a ton of different benefits for it. So just keep that in mind, but it is, again, I keep saying it is optional. It just gives you the benefits around here. So you can see 2 of my lands here. When you go ahead and click on land, it's going to give you the option, tell you about the land, common rarity, the different resources, and the earnings that have happened in the near or recently. So you can go ahead and check out that. I want to show you the other land, which is my crops one, which I use for, so I can go ahead and cook food. You're going to see a bunch of tools on here, and I'm going to quickly go through the tools because in order to do crafting, you need a workbench. If you want to cook, you're going to go ahead and need a cooker. So it's a good idea to go ahead, if you can, if it's within your reasons, if it's in your situation, you can go ahead and at least get one land so you can go ahead and craft workbenches and cookers and things to go ahead and add to that. Workbench crafts, cooker go ahead, heads and cooks, basket for each type of land, depending on the resources, has a different tool that helps give you additional benefits or additional resources from it. Basket happens to be the one for crops. Bed is where you go ahead and sleep. If you saw the overview video, you saw the details on the bed itself. And then the one thing that you're going to have to take care of with your land is they're not completely passive unless you have the right tools for it. So if you don't have the tools for it, you have to go ahead and manage it yourself. And I'm going to do a separate video on how to manually manage your land. But if you want it completely automated, at least 99% automated, you're going to have to go ahead and get a fertilizer drone. Fertilizer drone, you just have to go ahead and fuel it up every now and then, and it takes care of your land for almost a month. So that's how you make it automated. And if for every single land you have, you're going to need a drone that goes with it if you want it automated, or you can do it manually. It's completely up to you. So that's how you go ahead and check out your lands. Again, if you want to go ahead and craft or gather and collect, you have to make sure you go to base or type in base if I could spell. And then you're going to go ahead and select the land that you want to go to. That takes you to the land. And then you can go ahead and craft or check your storage or get different things from it. So that's the Discord side. That's how you actually work with your land in the game itself. But if you want to go ahead over to the website, if it's your first time going, I highly suggest you go ahead and go /profile. And there's a reason I'm doing this is because it's going to give you the land, basically your plot. If you look on here, you see land 815. That's my number. That's my number for my land, how I connected to the website. So if I go over to the website, which is Aphelium.io, we'll have a link in the description to both this and also the Discord, so you can easily access it. But in here, you're going to want to go ahead and go to your land. So you're going to go ahead and type it in. The URL that you're going to go ahead and type in is aphelium.io /game /land and /that number that I just showed you in the profile. So if you want to find where your land is, go to profile and 815. And if I go back over here, 815. That's how I get to here, which shows you all the different lands that I currently have. I only have 2 right now, but hopefully there'll be more in the future. Another way to go ahead and get to your land if you don't want to go through that whole process is if you go back to the main menu, or at least the start of the website, and you go up to play, and you click on My NFTs, you're going to go ahead and see a number of different options here as far as NFTs go. You click on land. It's going to take a second. And then once your lands come up here, you go ahead and see your 2 different lands that you have available there and all the tools that are on them. So in order just to go ahead and access them, you go ahead and click on this little button on the bottom here, and that's going to take you back over to that screen that we were just talking about. So once you're here, in order to manage your land, add tools to your land, and check things out, you go ahead and you click on the land that you want to work with, and you click on this flag down here at the bottom. It's going to give you the different categories where you can go ahead and put tools and different things on your land. You go ahead and click on them. If you have a workbench NFT, you can go ahead and add to your land. So we'll go ahead to this tool here. You'll see a wheelbarrow. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and click on the little plus. It's going to do the normal transaction, and then it's going to go ahead and add that wheelbarrow to my land, which gives me a little bit of a bonus. If you want to go ahead and see the durability, because every single item for your land has durability, I'm refreshing, you can go ahead and see it here, either hang out over the land itself, or you can go ahead and check out here by clicking on the land. Gives it durability. As I mentioned in a previous video, once your durability gets down to 0, you have 2 choices: let it disappear or go ahead and craft another one, and that'll allow you to go ahead and move forward. The only exception on here is the drone. You don't have to craft a different one. This is not durability. This is how much gas or how much fuel the drone has. You do have to fill that up every now and then, but everything else you'll lose, and you'll have to craft a new one. So that's land at a very high level. Let me know in the Let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions, any concerns, any other items that you want me to cover, whether it's on lands or any other topics within Aphelium. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.